Welcome you, and welcome all, back to the Order of the Dice. I am here today with the one that lurks in the shadows with his big sack. That might sound dirtier than it is. But we have Algernon, the Mousling. We have the man that spends a lot of times in a favorite bar in Jotun Frost when he's not out singing illogical things and adventuring. We have Thaddeus Halberstadt. We have the Drow that sometimes, for some reason, turns into a werewolf?
It's not dog.
I was not going to say dog. I was going to say Delphine Cyril. We have the holiest of holy men. Well, at least as what appearances might make. Jacob, Jack, Clement. Last we met our adventurers, they were out on a small mission to protect a party of noble people. They arrived after traveling for 3 hours to this small, well not small, this rather grandiose mansion that was not very well kept. They were greeted by a very tall and gangly man that obviously was the butler. They were shown around the house.
It's really a hard time for us.
Yeah, I'm getting a panic attack just
yeah,
right
I know.
The guests soon started to arrive, and the one more strange than the other, all pale and very nonchalant. Aristocrat, you know. The events of the night turned out to be that, well, suddenly all the doors locked. Algernon accidentally, no, well, not accidentally, he killed someone upstairs that was breaking in, and of course that was their mission, to stop people breaking in and trying to steal their items. Jacob, that was outside, also met a man that first threw a bowl at him, but then explained that, well, he was a vampire hunter and he said that this house was filled with vampires. Yes. Events passed and, well, the house is now burning as the players suspect that the ones that they killed and burned were not in fact vampires, but mere humans. The only one they can say for certain was a vampire was the butler himself, because the butler did it.
Always the butler.
Always the butler. Events took a bad turn for the adventuring group. They are now outside the house. The elderly vampire hunter was also killed. Thaddeus had a small, major mental breakdown and tried to, well, sit in the fire that is now spreading through the first floor of the mansion. But Delphine, in wolf form, carried him with ease out of there.
You never let me do what I want.
We're gonna die.
So now it's getting close to midnight. You can see smoke coming out from this mansion as you're standing around. The vampire hunter lays dead close to the house. There is not a sound except for, well, the sound fire makes.
I'm like rubbing my neck. I think one of them bit me.
I wanna
Does it look bad?
Is there anything like black or irritated, or does it look funky?
No, it looks, when you look at him, it's 2 puncture marks. There's no blood around it. It's just perfect bite marks. No bruising, anything.
I mean, I'm not one to say no to rough play, but I mean, that hurt like hell.
Let me check something, and I want to put some holy water on my hand and like see if it sizzles or anything on his neck.
Burns like no. You put the hand on and it feels like cold water.
I don't think anything bad is going to happen to you. I don't think you're infected, but sure you try to have fun with you, it seems, huh?
Well,
Are you okay otherwise?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What are you? Are you crying?
Oh, I'm just standing by the horse.
As you're standing there, mucking about, you can hear from just outside the house someone doing inhaling And you can see the elderly vampire hunter just almost from lying on his back, just standing straight up. You can
I run forward, ready to strike, because that dude was dead.
No,
2
no,
minutes ago.
no, no.
It's a fucking zombie
I run
again.
to tackle you. I ran to tackle you, knowing he was a vampire slayer.
he takes for his chest and his throat everywhere you stabbed him before. He said, "No, no, no, no."
He's a zombie, right?
No, no. Zombies don't talk.
That one on the road did.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah,
Yeah, but
this
we
one
also
that-
didn't kill him.
Yeah, and he didn't attack us.
We should have, though.
No, wait.
Right.
Let's not hurry.
Fine, fine.
Please do not attack us. We are sorry. You.
You can see the wounds on his body is slowly starting to.
Oh, you were dead, right?
Yes, most probably. And he
Wait, and you
he
can come
pulls
back?
up his shirt, and you can see on his arm there are 3 burn marks in the shape of a rose, and there are 2 more, but in color, and one is now going from colored to a burn mark.
Quick question. Your son, can he also sort of come back to life?
No,
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry about that again, I
What
guess.
happened to this guy?
Well, he tried to climb in through the window when we were told to kill anyone that tried to climb in through the windows.
You-
But that was his son, right?
Well, his son did first, and then this guy did as well.
Dad, do you have
But
any?
I told you not to kill him. Then
Right,
I go
but then
away
he-
like
but then
1
he
minute,
tried to-
and he's dead.
This man.
Well, we had orders. Just he was trying to climb in through the window, and he didn't listen. I told him many times. I told you, right?
you told me, but
See?
it's no.
I
he
need
looks
some more,
really
though.
annoyed.
I need some more though.
I still don't understand what's.
We are not good.
We're not gonna get paid now, are we?
No, I think it's safe to assume that we'll be lucky to not end up in jail.
Why though?
Because
I mean, we did our job, right?
Our job.
He looks at why would you go to jail? You did a good thing in killing them.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but
there was
weren't
only
vampires.
there was only one of
They
them. There
were
was
worse. They were vampire worshippers. A vampire has a clear purpose and they are driven by instinct. A vampire worshipper, they're merely humans that feed the vampire in hopes of being one day.
We understand that, but what do you think are the chances of the town hall or the watch in the city seeing things the same way? They were an aristocratic family, so
Oh, at 5.
I just look at you with you're not helping. Yes, indeed, they were more than one. So we'll try to defend our case as best as possible.
I think it will go well, at least if I was the judge.
Are you?
No.
Damn
You
it.
can see that he's rubbing his arm.
Your son,
Where
he's in
is-
the house on the first floor.
Second.
On the second floor, according to Sweets.
According to logic.
And mice.
Yeah. That part of the house is not on fire yet, no?
No, it's just the first floor that started. The fire has started spreading it.
We might still be able to access it from the outside, so we can retrieve him.
Alright, I'll go up again.
Can you?
Done it once.
So you
I can
around
help.
and go up the outside.
Right?
Don't
Yeah, yeah, same like.
He's
in the
already
window.
dead. So he
Make an
doesn't come back.
athletics check.
You know what?
Athletics?
I try to climb up after him.
Yeah.
18.
6? 19?
18.
18. Okay, you fastly scurry past Jacob that is trying to climb up, and you get up in one sweep. But his trying to climb up just hinders you from getting it. You get up and...
Way to blame me.
Yeah, of course. The man is still lying on the floor, just where you left him.
I'm trying to sort of pull him over to the window.
Can you fit him in your sack so you can just, it would only be for a minute or less.
That's, I guess I can try. I guess I tried that.
Yeah, you fits into the side.
Then I can climb back down.
Alright. Yeah, you come down and you throw him out.
I'm still not fully understanding this whole vampire business. I get that they're bad though, but if they're so bad, then why did Granny give us this job?
I don't think they. This place is so secluded that no one suspected, perhaps.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but he's not from.
I've been hunting them for many years.
I don't think.
Right. So if he's been hunting for many years, then surely Granny
from
should
what
have known
city
at
are
some
you?
point.
Are you from Yeltsin?
No, I'm from work.
So perhaps it's something that other cities know about, but just didn't trickle down to ours.
Well, it's not like they go out and tell people that they are vampires or vampire worshippers. It's something they tend to keep for themselves. They haven't had a meeting for this for over 10 years.
Why would they have a meeting like this?
Sacrifices and praise to the vampire.
Say,
Someone would probably be, or all be turned this night.
you were here to kill them, right?
Yes,
Who told you to do that?
no one.
So it's not like a reward for killing them?
No, only personal reward. They took my wife, and I would gladly take all of them.
Right. Well, good news, I guess. I'm pretty sure she killed most of them, and then I caught the bat one.
Good.
Yeah, they're all gone. Can you bring your son back?
He kneels down. He kneels down next to him. He looks over all his wounds. This big gushing stab in the throat from Algernon's lovely arrow. He looks at his arm, and you can hear him saying, "If you want this deal finished, I know you're listening, you fucker! Give him back, and I will be yours sooner than we had agreed on." Some time passes, and you can see for a moment that his mark shines up, and then it's just a scar in the last rose, and the scars on the wound on the son's throat is now starting to come together.
How did you do that?
A long time ago, I made a deal with someone a lot more powerful than.
And they can bring people back from the dead?
For a cost.
Huh. That's
It's not a recommended deal to make. It will cost me dear.
I think we should go back.
Is that who you were talking to?
Yes.
Well, okay. Is thing visible?
I think so. They're somewhere they are listening, or he is listening.
Always.
To me, I think.
Oh, alright.
We should go back to Yeltsin Frost.
Jump down, yes.
Do you have any reason to go there? We have a cart, so we can carry.
It's on my way back, so that would be helpful. And just as he says that, you can hear the sun going as his eyes open. He starts looking for his weapon immediately as he sees Algernon.
No! It was an accident. He means no harm. He was just.
Misunderstanding.
The man has put his hand on his son, and he's like, "Calm down. They're all right. Everything is good."
So you don't work for like a guild or anything?
No.
You just sort of go about your own. Or do you work for
My
this?
sole
this...
purpose for the last 15 years has been hunting these vampires. Or this vampire.
And we just sort of did it in a day. Kind
Well,
of
you found him.
must feel sort of shitty. Us just sort of I don't know. I don't know. I haven't worked on anything. I haven't even been alive for 10 years really. So
I'm
I
very
really know.
thankful that you were here and that you did what you did.
I will bend down and whisper like, "We've just killed him and his son. I think rubbing his nose in his shortcomings is not the time. Not today. Let's just be nice to them."
Just asking.
Maybe just let's offer them food and care for them, because...
Do you want cheese?
No, thank you.
Bun sugar?
No, thank you.
Well, take a seat on the cart and we'll leave as soon as Thaddeus comes
Salt.
back to his
Flour?
senses.
He just turns around.
So,
Like your rides.
I have just straight sugar.
Can you take Algernon in front
We're
with you?
we're good. And they turn around, moving to the cart.
Why?
Because he killed
Going to our
the
cart?
guy's
Yeah.
son, and it's better to
Carriage.
put some distance.
Algernon,
Yeah.
you ride with me. I can have some sponge sugar.
Alright. Maybe someone appreciates me.
Are you gonna drive the carriage?
Yes.
But really slowly, I guess. No?
You
Are
guess.
are there any drunk driving laws in this land?
I got a license for that too.
You
I'm
see
gonna
a
need you to
carriage
blow
coming
into the
from- red and blue lights going. What?
As they turn to walk to the carriage, I wanna go up
You need to
the
blow in the
father
horse, and if it's too high, then
and
it
show
won't
him my
start.
neck wounds. Like, hey, this is bad. You know a lot about vampires, right?
Did you drink any of their blood?
I mean, no.
Then you're good.
Alright.
I drink
They
blood.
need to drink and mix the blood and then feed you the blood for it to be. That will heal and you
Alright.
will have no scars.
You know, I was kind of thinking about biting her back for revenge, but I guess I'm glad I didn't.
That would have been bad.
You're into biting?
Not usually.
Are you sure you can drive this carriage?
Yes.
How many fingers do you see?
Enough.
Is he really driving it as much as just letting the
No,
horse
no,
go
he's just
forward?
letting
Two
the go.
fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, if the horse
Two!
is drunk.
Yeah,
No.
that's a problem. That's a big problem.
I've been feeding the horse some drinks from my last meal.
No. Okay, just
I mean,
just
that probably
go
doesn't
slowly.
matter. Horses would need a lot to
Let's just go and
I will.
Okay, so the four of you cram up and you two sit on the
Sure.
coach seat.
I pull out the extra eye. Put it on his shoulder.
No! Do I see better, more steadily?
No,
Do I see one road or two?
give
the
me
eye
a wisdom
back.
saving throw.
Oh.
the evil eye.
That's 16.
Alright. You know that moment when you've been drinking and you feel like, and you're walking home from the party and you feel like, oh, did I really drink that much? I shouldn't have, and like everything starts going.
Right. Yeah, I can do this.
But you manage to
Keep straight.
keep straight and focus
I tried to go a bit faster than usual.
than usual, as usual,
Yeah, as usual.
or than usual when you're drunk.
I feel like now that Algernon is up with me, I want to show off my awesome riding skills. And I want to show him what true speed is.
Alright, so you increase speed. You travel for about 1.5 hours. You once again come back to the point where you saw this zombie that was sentient.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen him on the way, right?
No. When you left him, he turned around heading for Jotun. So if he's still there on the road, you would probably pass him since you're going rather fast. But this time, I want you to make another wisdom saving throw.
12.
12. Alright. For a moment, Algernon, you see how the carriage is starting to move to the side of the road. Like, away from the road.
Well, I have complete faith in him.
You have complete faith.
I'm in the back. I look at Jacob. What is happening out there?
I'm
Did you
watching
just
him.
slap him in the leg?
I'm watching you.
This explains a lot.
It comes to the side of the road. You can feel as you drive back and to the other side of the road.
Do you want to go off-road?
I don't think that's very smart. I don't think this has...
Hey, you're about to hit the ditch!
Whose ditch?
What do you even say to that?
Your mother's.
Try not to get us killed. Oh, my bad.
I guess once is enough.
Yes.
You continue your travels and you're getting really close. You can see Jotun Frost just in the distance, and we make another wisdom.
Ooh, so close to a 2. But it's a 19.
Is it 19?
Yes.
Yeah, it's starting to feel, well, better and better, but you're...
The headache is coming back.
Yeah, and you're keeping a straight line on the road.
I'm not as funny to be with now.
Oh, it's alright. Yeah, good drive at least. You're getting there really quick. But it's a good horse, I guess, as well.
It's close.
What should we call it?
Sir Jacob?
Can lead to a lot of confusion,
Right.
but I think it's a good idea. Let's call it Jack. Let's call it Bob Jack.
Alright. I think it had a name, to be honest.
Did it?
Yeah, I just don't remember what it was.
Like
I
Windsor or
don't
something.
know. Blackie or Whitey. Or...
Is that just because the horse is black?
And
Yeah.
white.
Alright.
As you come to Jotun Frost, the big gates that are open into the city, you can see to the left a body that's been... Well, the arms and the legs have been removed, and each sits on its own spike, as well as the head and the torso in between all that. And you can clearly see that it's the zombie guy that you met halfway.
Does the head seem to be moving?
No, you can see the tongue hanging out.
No! I take the head.
You stop the
I
cab.
stop and take the head.
Yeah.
You would have to go
Are
off
they
the cart and
clean?
go
Yeah.
out.
They
Yeah.
probably grabbed all
Can I
the
do like a
zombies.
drive-by? Like,
Thaddeus stops the cart and yeah, heads off to...
it's off the head.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
What time is it? 3 a.m.?
It's around 2
In the day or night? Wow, you're driving like that in the dark. That's mighty impressive.
My eyes ain't what they used to be.
Wow. I can't see anything.
Can we go home? I mean, we need to turn in the cart, and then can we please go home? Tomorrow's gonna be a long day.
Maybe they paid Granny in
Have we
advance.
gotten their names during the trip? Just
Yeah, it's
small talk.
Rayleigh and the old man is Wilfred.
Wilfred.
So did you take the head?
Yep.
Or
It's
are we
lifeless,
gonna
right?
keep it?
Yeah.
Could be.
You can
or
hear a
not
small
could
whisper
be.
in your ear.
So,
Hello, old friend.
so Wilfred, where are you and your son gonna go now?
I guess we'll find some tavern to sleep at.
I have one.
You have a tavern?
Not myself, but I know one.
We have a house.
It's more of a dive, really.
Don't be disrespectful.
We have a house. I've got a bed I don't really use, and I've got an extra mattress.
I think we'll take the tavern.
Alright.
Oh, it's really nice place. If you want to spend less money, you can sleep.
Sorry again for killing the both of you.
You started off so good.
You're forgiven? But I think, what's the name of this?
That's Jack's shack.
Jack's.
Betty's Bodega.
Betty's Bodega. Could you show us where it is, or...?
It's close by where we live.
Okay.
Are you gonna spend the night there?
Mind if I join you? I don't have anything else better to do.
That would be good. Of course. You're welcome.
So you're too good for my company, but not for theirs, huh?
No, I didn't say anything like that. Sure. What's wrong with him?
I think
I think-
he's in between too many drinks and too few. Can you slap his hangover away? You've done that once for Algernon.
It's perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
I mean, I could, or I could cure some guy of his blindness, so, you know.
Well, you should hurry then to go and find your blind person. I mean, if you're gonna spend the night together, you might as well make a happier companion.
Are you driving the carriage towards the stable?
Yes.
Nemus?
No. Home.
Home.
Stables.
Home.
You're driving home.
Yes. Well, to the tavern.
No back thoughts driving, please.
Good, Algernon. Good. I want you as my co-driver forever.
Yeah. Pretty good at it.
You are magnificent.
Don't know what it is I'm due, but
Keep them
Feels good.
shut up and keep me awake. It's your job.
I can do that.
Yeah, you come to this small building that seems to be a bit crooked. Everything seems to be slanting a bit. The door is just leaning a bit, but it's not like, oh, this is gonna fall over me, but might. And a big sign over saying Betty's Bodega. It's got a very gothic feel to it.
I just get off with my head in my arms. Come with me, gents!
Wilfred leans into you and goes, is he gonna keep that with him?
Unless we take it away, I think so.
Well, alright.
Don't worry, I'll snatch it from him.
That sounds good.
I'm taking the eye back.
Ah.
Well, I'm guessing you're talking about the skull.
Yeah.
So, Algernon, are you gonna join them at the bodega as well?
No, I don't think the two of them like me very much.
No.
Don't know why.
It is
So I don't want forgiven for the whole business of killing them.
well, sometimes people need more time. I'm gonna go return the cart and the horse, and you can join me if you want, or I'll see you at home.
I'll just go to sleep.
Take Bob Jack.
Are you going home?
Yeah.
And you're going to the stable?
Yes.
Okay. You come to the stables and Nemus checks the carriage and everything seems to be in order.
Thank you very much for giving us such a fine horse.
He gives you the paper back so you get the receipt. You can see that he's crossing your names out from paper, so... Algernon, when you get to your house, you can see that outside of it stands a man in very, what looks to be formal clothes, and he's standing just to the left of your door. You know these fluffy pants with like balls on the legs, and high socks, and a small vest, and a nice little hat. Very colorful in red and gold. And he's standing there with a scroll in his hand.
Hi there.
Good day, sir. Do you live here?
Yeah.
Were you one of the participants of the zombie?
True.
He starts unrolling it. You are cordially invited to dine with the Five in 2 days' time. Instructions listed below. And he hands it.
Could you possibly read the instructions?
I have to go. You will have to get someone
right.
else to.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Show up.
And he starts skipping away.
Well,
He's probably been waiting there for a good while. Like 4 rows? What an asshole.
as he leaves, I see like this big pile of just cigarette butts.
All in the Thaddeus flower
in
pot.
your flowers. Aw.
Good that I didn't go home.
I go inside and I
Yeah.
Spin more sugar!
You can see that your spun sugar, it's not. They seem to have decreased in volume a bit. Like they're starting to sink in on itself. It's a little bit moist in the air in the house.
He looks
so-
slightly guiltily, or not guiltily, accusingly at Blobby and Blobber. So. You guys know anything about this?
The sign most definitely know as they slide down your arms and just head straight for the...
Only, well, I don't know. Just eat. I'll go to bed. And I go to bed.
Yes. You're at Betty's bodega. You open the door, and do you go in first? As you go in first, there's 5-6 people, all of them going, "Hey, Thad!"
Not today.
Drinks ready? They point to a empty stool with glass on it.
I just go down, put the head in my knee, and I just chug everything. More! Please.
Of course. Would you like anything?
Yeah, sure. Do something light.
Of course.
Those 2 rooms. On me.
On you?
On me.
On your tab?
Yes.
Wow. He's not that big. Come on.
Alright. We'll take care of that.
We have a burlap sack.
Why do you need a burlap sack?
I just hold up the head.
The person sitting next to you, an elderly lady, just goes like,
Sorry, madam. It's my friend.
made a new acquaintance, I see.
You know how friendly I am.
Well, yes, I'll go check in the back to see if I...
Thank you.
A few moments pass, and then she comes back with a... Well, burlap sack.
Put her in. Keep you money. I keep you money. I start just angry murmuring drink by myself. Yeah.
Where are the other 2 vampire hunters?
They've settled down at a small round table in one of the corners.
Could I go and try to sit down with them?
Oh yes, there's about 5 chairs, and they're sitting alone. So.
Right. So, Wolfred, you mentioned something about having made a pact.
Well, pact. I like to call it a deal, but yeah.
I take out my tome. I'm like, I've done something similar, you could say.
Oh, I hope you got a good deal.
Well, I guess you could say that it has yet to pay off, really, but, you know.
Well, mine's paid off about 5 times.
I can see that. Used to be running out, though.
Well, saving my son was the last one.
So what are you gonna do now?
Well, now, I don't really know. My lives of these past 15 years have been so consumed by hunting these monstrosities. And now, I really don't know.
Well, you could try joining the Kirith Corporation. We're always looking for brave heroes like you and your son.
And it's things like you do.
Yeah. Normally not go out and kill vampires the first day. Like I said, we were really there to just guard a meeting, we thought. So you'd start by doing very simple things.
I'll check it out. Thanks for the...
No problem.
So, is your deal not beneficial at all?
Oh, it's beneficial. It's granted me a lot of healing powers and such, but I'm forced to do things that I wouldn't normally.
Oh.
So.
Well, I can relate to making a deal and not getting the best out of it. Well, And he raises his glass. Cheers for crappy contract.
Cheers.
Yes. Do you spend the whole night at the public pub?
I probably fall asleep in the chair.
I don't have a bed at home, right? In our home.
Well, you have a bed. There is a bed for you.
In that case,
Probably the most unused bed in a house in all of your.
when the other two go to their rooms, I want to go home.
Okay.
At least he might sit on his bed or something. Yeah, we have 2 unused beds basically, so I just
Yeah.
go underneath them.
Yeah.
3,
Three.
because Dad never sleeps at home.
Yeah.
But
Or
you
he's in
took
the
your
armchair.
bed out and replaced it with a
Beanie
big
bag.
armchair.
My big armchair.
Right. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm going home. After.
You're going home.
Yeah. Do I see did you leave the scroll?
No, that I have that.
Okay, and you go off to bed.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna.
If you're gonna fuck us up of a nice luxury dinner,
I know what you're talking
I
I'm just gonna pack a bit and then go to sleep.
All right. You all go to sleep in your different ways. Well, you don't go. To sleep.
Actually, once I get home, I want to sort of, undress, get in my bed. I want to take out this weird blue vial that I got with the message, "Sleep well, winky face." I just shrug and I chug it. No one see what happens.
Just as you finish the last straw, you just feel your eyelids getting heavy, something that you haven't felt in a long, long time, not in this way, and your muscles and body relaxing as you... Oh yeah.
Must be nice.
Falling asleep. The first to awake is Thaddeus. You awake by getting some water splashed in your face. Could you lift your face? I'm trying to clean the counter.
Of course. Can I have a drink?
I think it's time for you to go home, Thad.
Just to pick me up, wake up. Please. Betty.
Alright. If you drink all at once, I'm gonna make you a speciality.
Of course I drink all at once. Who do you think I am?
Is that a promise? Alright, and she starts, you can see egg yolks going in, you can see some red vial, and different kinds of bottles going in the same glass. Some herbs and spices.
That's usually what you fill it up with.
No! And she stirs around, puts it in front of you.
It's not even clear. To dead sons. And I chug.
You chug it. What did you say? To dead sons?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing that up. Just moments after you chugged it, your belly starts reacting real.
Which end?
Both. But
Yeah, alright.
but suddenly it calms down
Okay.
as you shit yourself.
No. I was ready to just own it up. Like, stand there, alright, you made me this. No. Sorry.
And you suddenly feel alert, awake, and not at all hungover.
What was in this?
Old family recipe.
Like it. 2 men that were with me last night.
Yeah, they haven't woken yet. Most people haven't waken up by this hour.
Just you wake sleeping patrons, huh?
Well, you're sleeping on the bar and I need to clean.
That's how much I love this bar. You should know that.
Of course I do. I mean, you got your own seat and everything. Mostly because last time someone took the seat, they were flung across the room, but...
That what happens when people don't listen.
Well, of course.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Of course, you are always welcome.
Is my sack around?
Yeah, it's standing on the stool next to you.
Grab it. No, I don't.
Alright.
No, I don't. Would it be too early to start looking for shops?
Some might have started opening.
No, I don't.
You go. Okay. The streets are really empty as you walk home. And when you get home, the house is, well, as it usually is.
Is there any cigarette butts in my...
No.
No. Good for him. And go in and just sit down. No, I go to the garden and start pretending I'm relaxed.
Alright. Jacob, you awake, like going from asleep to boom!
Oh, so it's just...
Yeah, more or less. It's not that cozy feeling of waking up and goddamn you world. Oh no, sorry, that's just me. No.
Do I feel like well rested?
Yeah, you feel well rested, you feel good. Delphine, you awake as well.
Is it because Thad slammed the door?
No, Thad didn't enter the house, right? You went around back?
Yeah, I went around.
No.
Yeah. In that case, you all awake.
You want to go and
Good
get
morning.
some biscuits.
Some biscuits. Dark biscuits. Didn't you say you ate that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
hungry.
not me, that's you.
I only had some crab juice since like yesterday
That is true.
morning. So.
Algernon, you awake of something bumping into your face.
No.
And
5 more minutes.
a little while more passes and then something bumps in again.
5 more minutes.
Best fucking snooze clock ever.
You were tending the garden in the backside. All right.
I'm gonna die.
What?
No.
Yeah, you prick your finger up.
Yeah.
It's a
Don't
bit
like
older.
poison stuff. Yeah.
Delphine, you suddenly get not exactly a voice in your head, but like a set of instructions to go to a place in your coast.
Oh, you're awake, but you haven't spoken, right? So you're in your bed?
I'm probably getting changed.
Oh, okay, so I'm just gonna sit down and write some notes. And write down the instructions. While coffee's brewing.
Well, coffee is Thaddeus, you on the outside, you can hear someone starting to move inside the house.
Guess I go in.
Algernon, you get another thump on your face.
Why is it?
As you open your face, you can see Blobby and Blobbo practicing fighting against each other. And, well, sometimes one of them fall over and they may go into a ball form and roll away, but then they come back again, and you guess that they probably rolled into you a couple of times.
Wow. You guys are making quite a bit of progress. And
They both turn to you as in a reaction and just...
I don't think it'd be fair. I'm a lot bigger than you.
They meld into one. It's like only this big now, but...
Alright.
So you can see if you yourself were trying to look real cocky, That's the expression on their face.
I go out and I take out the wooden dagger so I don't harm them too much. Alright, let's do it.
Are you guys fencing now?
I don't know.
Are you pretending to fight them?
I'm not sure how much we're pretending and how much for real.
Oh.
We're doing something.
They run towards you and jump up, like trying to stab you in the middle.
Try to like swat them out of me.
you do that, and your dagger just splits them in two.
Yeah.
But as they do, they reform to Algernons, and they're flying towards you again with daggers up. Their small daggers hit you, but as they hit you, you feel that they're just jelly, so they just boom.
That's a mighty nice move. Wow. You got me. Didn't really hurt though. Look here. Try to. Can you hold this? Like presenting the wooden dagger.
Blobby reforms himself, but he's not. He's just a blob now, reaching out to actually grab the dagger.
Right, you can hold it?
Yeah.
Alright. Try to do the same thing again.
Wait, I give you like a wooden fork so you have a weapon too.
He goes down and melds with the other one again, and they try the same thing. This time not shaped as anything, just a small blob with legs and a dagger poking out of it.
I want to, like, as my defense, sort of, I just very quickly pull out a shovel. Just try to hit them.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Like a tennis racket.
They're running towards you, jumping, and this dagger is going straight for you. Make an attack roll.
16. Plus, I have no clue what.
16 is enough. You smack it, and you just hear thumps and splat as it lands on the ground. The dagger rolls away a bit, and there's just this green puddle on the floor. And then just.
I thought I'd done it too hard there.
Play nice with them.
But be careful for flat things, I guess.
They look up to you.
But I like that you could hold the dagger and attack with it. That's very nice. Because then you can actually do something.
Take a full dagger mode. They look at each other, and a small piece of each of them comes loose and goes to the middle of them. And you can see that it shapes itself as a plate. And you can clearly see probably a pancake on that place, and they point to it.
You want pancakes? We have
Biscuits?
pancakes? Pretty sure they want pancakes.
Yeah, but we don't have any.
You want this? I want pancakes. Let's go to the
perfectly decent food.
Let's go to the pancake store.
But don't they just eat anything you eat?
Sure, but I want pancakes.
But if you eat one of those biscuits and make it look like it's really good.
I don't think.
Have you tried the biscuits? It's very hard to make them look good.
Cool.
It's liver flavor. What? It's...
Weren't you?
I kind of
but it's just
want
flavor.
pancakes as well.
You present it to them. You can see that.
No,
it's
she
long.
just likes them.
Yeah, sure.
So
Absolutely.
awesome.
It's 26.
26. All right. They lean up to try and like smell it, and Robbie just grabs it and goes back. Starts
Absorbing it.
absorbing it. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't want cakes though, not those. Let's go to the pancake store anyway.
shall I find you guys there, then before we go to Granny?
Sure. Do you know what there is the pancake store?
No, but there is a candy store, and
I don't think they have pancakes. We'll be at some restaurant.
Betty can make pancakes.
Betty?
Bodega.
yeah, okay, just you guys
Alright.
go there.
We'll go there. Oh wait, no. What if those guys are there? They don't really like me.
Just ignore it.
I think we should take them with us when we go to Granny's.
Wonder if they'll have pancakes
Good
at the
idea.
party.
What party?
I got invited to a party.
You got invited to. Wait, you got invited to a party.
Yep.
By whom?
Some guy who was waiting here last night outside the house, and he said, "Hey there, do you want to go to a party?" Or something like that, and I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, then you are invited to a party."
Who invited? On whose party?
5.
Oh wow, that is huge. Did he not leave like a, or did he not explain?
We said I was invited, and that there were instructions on a paper, but he wouldn't read them, so I'm sort of lost on what the instructions are. But
did he give you the paper?
He did.
Can I read it? It's got the seals and everything. Must have looked fancy, the person waiting, huh?
Well, quite ridiculous.
Yes, they call that fancy.
The description, the instructions is that in 2 days' time, we're supposed to go to Kiratar Keep, which is where the 5 holds their councils and big meetings and this, around 7.
Okay.
And there is in be well dressed. Underlined.
Should be well dressed.
Does it make clear who this invitation is meant for?
From reading it, it seems to be meant for all of you. It's like for helping with the zombies.
So we need to get some clothes if we're gonna attempt this.
Why?
It's not only him.
No, it says for the dwellers of this house. It's us. But it says be well dressed, so
Well, I'm wearing the finest cloak I have.
You guys can help him.
Yeah.
That's good. Are you? I need to tend to some things. Am I gonna see you guys at the bodega?
Maybe.
What did you
If
say?
you come soon enough, we'll be eating pancakes. You want pancakes?
What did you say?
Always.
I need to
Let's
tend
go
to
get
some things, and
pancakes.
if I'm gonna see you at the bodega.
Fine.
Where are
You
you
want
heading?
pancakes?
Sure.
Where are you heading?
No, I'm not leaving. I'm just like writing some stuff.
Pancake.
You go to Betty's bodega, and as soon as the door opens, everybody inside goes, "Hey, Thad!"
Hey all!
You can directly see Betty turning around, tapping a beer, and putting it on his plates.
Pancakes.
Pancakes for 3?
5.
5?
Do they really need 2 servings?
Give it to them.
Like it.
She's looking
I've never
rather
seen him get
strangely at, not at you, but at those small things. Well, alright, have a seat.
Those 2 men, Wolfred and Rayleigh, are they still here?
Yeah, they just went up to get their things.
Alright.
I think they said they were going over to... Hey, you work for the Carrot Corporation?
Yeah.
they were going over there.
Right.
We should probably do that as well, sort of.
Yeah.
report
I was
back.
thinking we'd go there with them, maybe. They can cover our butts.
We need butt cover?
Don't we always?
I don't know.
Without butt cover, my ass would be on the floor.
Well, I don't have any pants, so I don't know.
But you're sitting on butt cover, huh?
Chair?
Kind of butt cover.
As you sit down, you get your ale served at the table, and after a moment, she brings you pancakes with some jam and whipped cream. Blobbo and Blobby looks ecstatic.
Help yourselves.
They just become a mass over the pancakes. What are you doing?
I'm
We're
coming
just-
now. I finished packing and I'm coming now to the bodega.
Alright.
Pancakes. I haven't touched mine.
I'll just take it and roll it in my So, are we good to go in like 5 minutes?
Let's wait for those two.
They haven't woken up yet?
They're awake, but they're packing.
Getting ready. I guess.
No. I like dipping in the jam. What?
Pancake tortilla. Tortilla pancake.
That was global.
The green jam, not the red.
No, I'm colorblind.
After sitting, eating, and drinking for a while, Wilfred and Rayleigh comes down. Oh, good morning to you.
Good morning. So we were just about to head over to the Careth Corporation's headquarters.
So were we.
Yeah, we were gonna like complete our job and stuff. I thought maybe it's good if you come with us.
Absolutely.
It's a good idea.
His son is looking at Algernon, and he's looking real pissed. It's like just a slit for eyes. But of course we'll come with you.
We'll introduce you to Granny. She's our quest giver, so she'll offer an inning in the corporation. Are you ready to go?
Yes, we've packed everything, so it was on your tab, so...
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh yes, it was a nice night.
Why don't you just eat it by the handful at this point?
Because it's nicer to have it rolled. I'm not sure.
Let's. As everybody goes out, I go out to Betty and like, can I have 3 bottles of the strong ones?
Sure. Put some on the table.
Put it on the tab.
Of course.
The tab, man.
We don't talk about the tab.
It's like the US debt.
Oh, that's
What
not
debt?
a lot in comparison. If you imagine Earth in the vast universe.
The vast universe is
It's
my
actually
tab.
your tab.
On the way over, I want to try to get like a personal talk with the older man.
Wilfred?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been hunting vampires for a long time, no?
Mm.
How do you shield your...
My mind. Tinfoil hat. It takes a lot of mental training, and it's not always working. I don't know if I could have done it last night, but...
So there's no, like, quick fix?
No quick fix. Well, there's magic for most things, but none that I have found.
Yes.
Were you affected?
Very much so.
It's never fun, because it could make you do things that you would, even though you were not the one doing it, you would regret it with all your heart.
For a moment, I felt that my closest friend was gonna die by my hand.
Well, that doesn't sound so surprising.
So
No. They are terrible creatures of the night.
I hope I never meet a vampire
You would be lucky not to.
again. You're running towards them.
Just this one.
Why this one?
Because it killed my wife. In
Killed?
front of me.
Why?
It drank her dry. They are sadistical creatures.
Amen. To your wife! And I take one of the bottles and drink out. Give it over to him.
He just nods, but he refuses to drink.
Very well.
As you come to the block that is the Careth Corporation and enter the building, you still see this black dragon head hanging there. There's a lot of people in the lobby, this small little table with the cookies and drinks. But you can see that 2 of the different team members are having sort of music battle. One with a violin that you've met before, and one with a bagpipe.
I want to see if the dwarf is there.
Make a perception check. There's a lot of people.
15.
15. You look around and you can just, when two people are moving apart, you can see that he's sitting in the back corner drinking something.
I go over there.
Alright.
Can you guys come with me to Granny? And I look at the two vampire hunters as well.
Of course.
Let's just get this bad part over with.
It's not a bad part. We have a good thing. We don't have any money for the corporation. But,
And
you know.
the house and the aristocrats are gone regardless of
Yeah, I mean, vampire worshipping cultists. Good riddance.
Let's see how the corporation is going to see that as. I'm worried that sometimes they might be more interested in their money than our cleansing of the world.
Yeah, well, in that case, maybe it's time for us to leave.
I'm happy you feel that.
You come up to the dwarf, and as soon as he sees you, you go, "Oi! You're the one with the good things."
Yeah. Sure. I think I have a little bit left.
That would be good luck.
There you go.
He's sitting with his beer, and he just like,
Have you already done your job?
I haven't had a job since we killed the dragon.
Oh.
How did it go for you?
Well,
No.
I don't really know. We were gonna protect this house, or like the people inside it. And I guess that part went really bad because they're all dead. But like these guys showed up who were kind of weird. Apparently
There were lots of them.
they were vampire hunters. So, according to them, there was actually a good thing that everyone inside died because they were vampires.
Aye, vampires are not good.
So I guess in the end we sort of killed a house full of vampires, which is kind of nice, I guess.
Alright, good on you, and he picks up another glass.
Technically, two vampire hunters. But they came
reaching
back.
you a glass.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
Ale.
Oh, sure. Oh, okay. But yeah, so problem was that the people who died were sort of the ones that hired us, so we never really got paid.
Aye, that's a problem.
Yeah, don't really know what Brian is gonna say about it. But. And then we did find some. Apparently, we found some new people who come in here. The ones I killed, but they
It sounds like you had an eventful evening.
yeah. We sure
The
did.
nicest dwarf, really.
If he even cares.
No.
Oh, but this is Blobby. Blobbo. What's your name?
I'm Ralph.
Oh, right. Do you wreck stuff?
I'm Ralph Reckestone.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. I just don't want to go in there. Just those two guys don't really like me. Thought I'd be out here.
Aye, you're welcome. I like it.
That's nice. I like you too. It was very nice.
So, who's Blobby and Blobbo?
This is Blobby. This is Blobbo.
What are they?
Well, I don't know really. We were at a witch's house, and I was trying to make a potion, and sort of somehow made these. But they're learning to fight. Maybe you can teach them something.
Perhaps, and he leans his hand to his handle of his great axe.
I don't know if they can lift something that heavy.
I will train them.
That sounds good.
Upstairs, you are going through this labyrinth on your way to Granny's office. And as the doors open and this shock of color meets you, you can hear Wilfred saying, "Oh dear God," in reaction to the interior of the room.
Just look down, keep your eyes down.
And with this reaction, we're gonna take a 20-minute break. So we will see you in 20 minutes. So, blah, 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 blah.
Mr. Worldwide.
And we return to the hell of pastel colors as our adventurers enter the office of Granny, the old tabaxi lady, now sitting behind her desk.
Det vrider den kommer lite grann.
Is she awake?
Yeah, she's awake. She's sitting writing some papers, not noticing that you have entered the room. Oh, you're back. Hello.
Yes, we brought some more friends with us. Eager joiners for the Carrot Corporation, so...
Oh, lovely, lovely. Have a seat, have a seat.
I just think... So we are back from yesterday's mission.
Yes, yes. And as you're talking, she takes her lemonade and starts pouring it.
I'm gonna
You liked
drink
it so much.
Yes, I deserve it.
And she
So-
starts filling for the rest of you.
So it turns out that the family we were protecting were vampire worshippers
No.
who occasionally had human sacrifices to feed the vampire they had in their mansion.
Oh my dear. Where you all well? Where's the
He's dead. Vampires got him.
no.
No, just kidding.
Well,
He's okay.
the good news is that they are no longer a problem to society and this plane of existence.
Well, this is a good thing. But I can only suspect that you did not get paid.
Well, yes.
It would be very difficult for them to pay us now.
Of course, of course.
So, we just wanted to inform you that we have defeated the vampire and unfortunately his cultists as well. So that that's probably for the better. And these two gentlemen here are vampire slayers, so they can confirm what I've just told you.
Slayers is a very generous term for these two.
Wilfred,
Stalkers.
the older one, he just nods. Well, they did a good job in exterminating, to say the least.
I'm not there,
No, I know.
but somehow I can still feel his gaze.
Granny starts rummaging through some papers. I have to see how what I have to take this up with a higher authority.
I expected nothing less. What do you think the discussion would be, or the consequences, if any?
Well, discussion would mainly be on if you should get paid.
We have stopped future threats.
Of course, I understand this, but the higher authority doesn't really... Well, we normally get paid
By
to
the
pay you.
Yes, that's usually how exchange of services works.
Yes. And since you have brought nothing back,
You can just see it as it was nothing that has been done. Clean slate.
well, you still were out on a mission, so... But I have to...
Yeah, talk to the local guard garrison. They might offer a reward for
absolutely.
good civilians.
Oh, I don't think it would be the guard garrison. I will
We'll
take
keep
it to
within
higher.
the corporation. Okay, and will you see that these two gentlemen are introduced to the hiring office?
Of course, of course. It's good of you. I'm happy that you're so comfortable here that you bring new employees for the company. Have a biscuit.
Should
Biscuit?
we have...
I just ate.
Thank you. We're gonna be on our way. Is there any other mission that you would...
No, not at the current time. We'll send for you.
Great. Thank you, Granny. We'll leave these fine
Yes.
gentlemen in your care.
They look. Wilfred and Rayleigh is looking very suspiciously around them as well. There's pictures of cats and there's this explosion of pastel colors everywhere. But they thank you a lot for bringing them here and helping with the vampires. And then they go sit over at the desk with Granny.
I eat the biscuit like this, and I try to like down in the shirt to make it look like I ate it. One big bite.
Make a performance check.
Can't use deception.
Yeah, you can use deception.
26.
26. Granny just smiles at you, a big smile.
Delicious as always.
I'm gonna say
That little
mine
bit of
for
saltiness
later.
from the anchovies.
I added some garlic this time. Did you like that?
Oh yes. Very much love the garlic. Good against vampires.
Yeah,
right?
precisely. I'm gonna burn this. Yeah, and I go in the common room where we left Algernon.
Algernon, as you're there and talking with the dwarf, you can hear the violin and the bagpipe going louder and louder as they're really trying to outmatch each other in, well, maybe not playing really good, but at least volume. And people are cheering them on.
Algernon. On the way out, you have your dagger.
Yeah.
Can you try to stab a hole in that bagpipe?
Why would I do that?
Just to get, it's like a big circle, people run and they're standing in the middle.
Never mind.
I think it sounds quite nice.
No, it doesn't. I just eye them on the way out.
Or they're fully locked
I
in
know,
with each other.
but I still eye them.
As you're starting to walk out.
Bye, Ralph.
Bye, until we meet again. As you're walking out, you can feel the earth start to shake once again, and the bagpipe and the violin stops. People go completely quiet as the tremors just increase and increase and increase in force. The whole building is now shaking. People are starting to look a bit panicked and heading for the exit in a panicky fashion.
I do that too. Including
Are
the
both
panic
doors
infection.
open on the exit? If
Yeah.
not, I'm gonna push them to make sure.
No,
that-
they're pushed open by all the people that is pushing out.
Any?
Can I do this sort of cartoon thing where I end up on top and I just sort of run on everyone's heads?
Give me an acrobatics.
Damn it. Acrobatics 11.
11. You try to climb up to get up above people to not get trampled, but you end up sitting like a paladin that has a shield on his back, just clinging onto that shield.
Good enough.
Are we out? Or
Yeah,
are we
you manage to get out, and people are really like funneling out of the corporation.
Does it look like the building is about to fall?
Yeah, I look for Granny.
Yeah.
As the people are coming out to see if she's
Oh.
on the.
You can see when you look up back at the building that a piece of the corner, since it's more or less just a big block, just cracks open and falls off. There is a lot of people standing under it, where it's heading for, and they all scream and start running, but 4 or 5 people, it's hard to see, don't make it away in time.
Am I close enough to try to like jump and push someone out of the way? I try to do that.
Give me an acrobatics.
25.
25. Yeah, you managed to push a man aside that seems to be dressed in golden armor.
Are the rocks that fell too big to move? If not, I'm gonna try to get them off.
No, this is one big solid. It just cracked off and came off the building.
Can we like call some people over and get everyone to?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You can absolutely try.
Yeah.
You
Help! Help! There's people trapped under this.
make
I think anyone
checks.
underneath that is a
You know, maybe there's just a leg broken. You know, like full. Milk walk. I'm
Athletics.
hopeful.
21.
But it falls like this. So I'm thinking.
16.
16.
15.
15, okay.
14.
With all your effort and the other 10 people that's trying to help, you manage to get the stone up and topple it to the side. You don't manage to really lift it and move it, but you manage to get it out of the way. There are now 4 people lying on the ground, and well, they've been rather flattened. You can see brains pouring out as their skulls have been broken, and
Any other?
Is there any one of them that seems to be moderately?
Give them some sponge.
no, all of them seem to have, since
I don't
the
think
suite
so.
is paved with stone, it's like
You
stone
tried?
hitting stone and then you're in between.
Well, any other buildings that look prone to? Is it still shaky?
No, it just, when that came down, it just suddenly stopped.
I look at that and I take out 2 pieces of paper. And I'm sorry, there's no time. Once for Algernon, you'll see. And I run.
I start reading both of them.
I go to the man in golden armor. I pushed out of the way.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Oh, I could have handled myself, thank you.
Okay.
But, thank you.
Problem.
And he looks real nervous. Yeah. Could you read it out loud?
Glad you know that. Thank you.
That sorry to run like this. The innocence are what we're dealing with. Ignorance.
Yes. I'll read it in my... Sorry to run like this. The ignorance on what we're dealing with is frustrating. We're always one step behind it, and I've gone to seek help from others who have seen worse than this. I'll come back as soon as possible. Please take care of each other. We are tired and tested, and things get emotional. And then there's the one for Algernon, which you can read though.
Girl, bow.
Still don't get the full meaning of this, but...
It's
Mouse.
It's to
Girl.
Algernon.
Crossbow. Footsteps. Hourglass. I don't know what an hourglass is.
You might know.
2 fingers on the sun and 2 moon. Shoot a muscled guy punching a ghost and eating cheese. Right, this makes perfect sense.
It's gone. Time 2. 2 sunsets and 2. So it's like 2 days.
I mean, I guess that.
Coming back stronger to punch evil, and I'll bring cheese. It's the best you can do in sign language.
Oh, it's like a rebus.
It's a very good pictogram. I don't know if it's going to show up. It's
You
definitely
can
not
see
showing
this
up.
now.
Um,
So. Tom Cruise run.
Alright, you start running away.
I tell
So,
Jack and
but, I mean, no, you give him a letter
two.
Yeah.
and run?
Yeah.
I guess I run with you. I guess you're going somewhere important.
I'm gone.
I'm running.
I'm gonna keep running.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay.
Seems like something's going down.
I'm probably. Do I notice this while I'm talking to golden armored men?
Make a perception check.
18.
Yeah, if you're just running, yeah, you notice.
Well, I start running as well. See,
Do you see
especially
people
Jacob.
following me?
Are you concerned about people following you?
No.
Oh, okay, then you're just running.
Okay.
I just head home. No, I go strolling in town. Or I have something to do. Like,
Everybody's
what
died
the
for a
fuck?
few
Oh,
hours.
like, I've been reading this letter and you guys just ran off. So.
It's like you take the letter, you start reading, and then we look up, everyone's gone.
What the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
On principle, I don't run.
I'm a gentleman.
Yes. So you take your cane and sauntering out.
Yeah. No, I go in the opposite direction.
You turn
Because
the
I actually
paper.
read the letter.
Yeah, you know.
You turn the letter around and it's just like, haha, JK, this is actually our resignation letter. Good luck.
Why resign to me though? I don't get it. Okay.
So, what does Thaddeus want to do?
I want to look for a shady apothecary.
Shady apothecary. Make Could go investigation or history.
Fuck! That's 6. No, that's, yes, 6.
You start looking around for a shady apothecary, but the only one you find is this, like, pearl white. Everything is big window in the front.
I go in. Hello?
Hello. How you doing, man?
What can I... No. Hello? Sorry. Hello.
This very generic man, short brown hair, in a white coat. How may I help you?
I don't think you can. But maybe. I take up my burlap sack. There's a head in here.
I think you're looking for the doctor 2 houses down.
And I go 2 houses down.
Okay. As you come 2 houses down, you see Dr. Rutgers, mental health.
Perfect. This is exactly...
You have a head.
Yeah.
So mental.
I did not think about that.
Okay. I go in.
As you come in, you see a young woman, big hairdo, sitting in the front, writing on paper. How may I help you?
I'm looking for the doctor.
Do you have an appointment?
I do not. I need consultation. Quite important.
Well, we could fit you in... Well, he's got a gap now in 10 minutes.
Very good.
Yes, please have a seat.
Thank you.
Well, that's that off the charts.
I wait.
Yes.
I follow the
Delphine is your name,
directions.
sorry.
Yeah, I follow the directions.
You
to
follow the
house.
directions and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
run after?
Yeah.
As you follow the directions, you come to this small white house with a picketed fence and a small, nice garden outside of it.
I stop in front of it to look around.
Is there someone who needs help here?
What? No! I left. I left
Well,
information
while
for
we're
that. I need to go for a while, and
I don't think he came.
I left some messages for. You guys can't join me. I need to look for more information on what we're dealing with, and I must go alone.
You just started running like that, I thought.
Yes, I was.
You got a feeling that
I
the
didn't-
house was sinking again. Oh, it was me last time. But
Well, most likely it will, considering the earthquake. So you should probably talk to the watch and see if there's something you can do on that. But I have to go alone. I'm sorry. Oh my God, you've been running all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you ran as well.
Yeah. So you're doing some research.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna do some research, and I take out a flask of water. Just if you guys are thirsty.
thanks.
Fine. Ow.
Yeah, you're
Maybe-
now dead. Got your
Not
character?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm
Level 17.
6 actually, so not too far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be back as soon as I can. I don't know if I can talk to you guys during that time, but I'll hurry. Because I think these earthquakes and the zombies and everything that's happening, it's just out of our.
I mean, it's the dude in the flying head dude, right?
But I can't find anything about it. I've looked everywhere, so I need a better library. So that's what I'm going to try to get, most likely. I'll see you.
Are you sure it's following us though? There's like a zillion other people in there. Maybe
Well,
it's just one of them.
You even count his name?
I mean, we've
We
met
have
it for
angered
like,
it, yeah.
we met it like 4 times
Now there's
independently.
2
Right, but
earthquakes.
we've never. To be fair, all the other times we saw the head was there. I've never seen him here in the city.
while they're talking about this, I'm just going down the path of the house. And I go, see you soon.
As you go down the path to the house, you see on each side the stonework laid out in the well-cut grass is the symbol of the order on each of the sides.
I know.
What are you two doing?
Are we in like a nicer part of the city now?
Yeah, it's a fairly nice part. It's like trying to describe it as something. You know, every opening of the Harry Potter movies, when they go into the
Privet.
private drive, all houses look the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more or less like that.
Is it close to like a shopping district?
Everything is close to a shopping district.
Maybe we should leave the city, and like, if there's still an earthquake, we know that it's not us. If we go somewhere and we have an earthquake there, maybe we see the ghost in it and we know it's him.
We could do that, but we got some things to do here first.
Like,
well, we should try to find a tailor and get you some nicer looking clothes for the party.
will it be safe to go to the party though?
Yeah, should be fine. Did you see those five when they came to our rescue?
Right, I also saw the 4 that was smashed by a rock.
Yeah, 3, no, but
Whatever. Just don't exactly fancy being inside the big ass building, shaking spots.
fair enough. But I think we should go.
Alright.
They have dinners.
So I guess we go look for a tailor.
You can't. Can you do the thing that Wilfred did, with like coming back to life?
I don't think so. I
Could you
wouldn't have any
ask?
dots on me anywhere, so.
Could you maybe ask? It would be useful to know, you know.
Sure.
So then if someone's like, one of you have to die, then, you know, this guy.
As you're starting to look for a tailor, you clearly remember that on the big square where close to the church there is a place called Armand's Fine Clothing.
Yes, we go there.
Thaddeus!
Yes, doctor.
I'm not the doctor, I'm the receptionist, but still.
You sounded like the doctor.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that was the DM voice. The doctor can see you now. Just past that door.
Very well. Thank you. Very good.
As you come in, it's a small room. There's a sofa on the one side, on one of the sides, a small desk, a chair next to the sofa, some books on the bookshelf behind them. Very dark wood and leathery everything.
Good day.
Good day.
Doctor?
Yes.
I'm Thaddeus.
Welcome. I am Dr. Hodge. How may I be of assistance?
I was actually looking for an apothecary, but 2 houses up. He's probably thought I was stupid. Anyways.
Why do you think this man think you were stupid? Please.
And I sit on a chair, which he didn't point to. But maybe you can help. I take out my head.
So, is this someone that you
Don't analyze.
have known for long?
Don't analyze. Not today. Another day. You probably meet a lot of shady people, yes? Would you know someone who can... This man didn't deserve to die, but he was dead for a year before we met him. We sent him in the wrong direction, and he got his head chopped off.
Well, from what I know of his resurrections,
I don't want to resurrect him. I just want to animate him.
oh, it's only the 8?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but No?
Inside check. That's 18.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth.
Alright.
He seems a bit perplexed by your request.
I put it back in the bag. Okay, another thing. That's more up your alley. Shielding minds from exterior influence. Someone trying to control someone else.
I do have a couple of exercises you can do. It would take some time, several sessions, of course.
How much would the session cost?
It's 5 gold an hour.
What do you guarantee from the session?
I cannot guarantee anything. It is only what you are willing to work with yourself.
Thank you. I take my hat and go.
Please, we still have 15 minutes left.
I go on.
Pays the perceptionist.
I give him 4 gold.
She quickly counts it and goes, it's 5 gold.
I was there for 45 minutes.
All things cost full hour.
I did not agree on that. You didn't tell me that. You're a bad receptionist. 4 gold.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to take it out of my salary. And she puts it aside.
I look at her like, really?
Well, yes, of course.
And I pay her off. I go back to the house.
Alright. Delphine, you knock on this door. It takes a moment, but the door opens and out comes, well, not out, but in this little crack in the door, you see a woman that reaches you about belly height. Very leaned over, you can see a hunchback and ragged clothes. Very hag looking, big nose, but her eyes are rather friendly. Oh, how may I help you?
Take out the order logo.
She
Hi.
leans in very, very close, like almost like she's...
I'm not
into the
sure
thing.
I'm in the right place.
Oh, I think, come in.
Take out the holy water and drizzle it to see if it leaves a trail of mess.
She opens the door and lets you in. And as you pass, you can feel something splashing on your neck.
What did
Oh, sorry, just a bit of holy water to make sure that you're not something else.
I put the crossbow away.
You must be Delphine, then.
That is correct. I'm, but who are you? I'm here for help.
One moment, and you can see how her form starts shifting and turning as she grows to about half a head above your size. Skin turns light and blue, light and dark blue, matte going over and under. One eye is red and one is yellow. The ears have two pointy ends on them.
Have I ever seen one before?
Make I guess you would have heard the description from your old mentor. He believed they were just a myth, and so does most people. They're frequent in children's stories and all these things. But at first glance, you believe this to be a changeling.
And there's nothing bad associated with it, no, other than the shock.
No. Well, I know you must be shocked, but I am Geratralis of the Order.
I've never seen one of your kind.
Oh, I bet you had.
Well said. I never know I have seen one of your kind.
Precisely. Well, I know that you've been called here, and I'm just supposed to point you to the next direction.
Yes, by all means. And I take out like the page from the book, which was, incomplete with the description, and then the drawing that I made of the skeleton head. And have you seen anything like this?
It's not for me. I'm more of a help at the moment. But if you would follow me, we will take you to the Citadel. Of course, you should not know what the Citadel is. You know that we have headquarters in the orders.
Yes, that's what I have asked for, actually.
Yes. What most people in the order believe is that there is one headquarters. There are, in fact, an uncountable number of them, and they are all
Hidden.
directed, no. Overview, no.
So the Citadel is the
Supervised.
biggest one. Okay.
That's a good word. You just appeared by the Citadel. So if you'll follow me, he turns around, moves to a small table, and moves the table away and pulls the carpet away as well. And you can see a small hatch, and he opens it and starts climbing down.
I follow. Careful to not hit anything.
As you come down, you see a small cavern with a circle drawn, etched out of stone. And you can see just from first glance that there is a lot of magical symbols going around it, but there is one spot that is empty.
So you said next location. I'm guessing it's not going to be much of walking, is it?
No.
Okay. I step inside.
Have a safe journey. As he bends down, takes up a piece of chalk, starts drawing a symbol that he makes sure that he's covering with his hand to try to, hide from them.
I respect that. I will keep eye contact with him, but not. Gonna take the crossbow and wait.
You can feel an energy starting to surge around you as a blue flash, and in this blue flash you just see him looking up at you, blinking with his red eye, and then it's just a haze of blue around you. You, and you.
Mm-hmm.
You come to the square and you've seen this building before. You know it's Armand's Fine Clothing. It's a rather big boutique, so to say. There's a big window in the out to the street with puppets dressed up in very fancy clothing of all kinds.
And they do like custom tailored stuff also.
Yeah, you would guess so.
Want to get matching suits?
Well, sure.
Sweet, go inside.
Oh, welcome. I am Armand. How may I help you?
Well,
I want matching suits.
yes,
Oh.
we've been invited to dine with the five.
Oh, very impressive.
So, of course, we need to dress the part.
Then only the finest will be good enough.
Of course.
Yes. Come with me. Then he starts moving back, and you come to these big shelves with the fabric bundles hanging out. So, what color would you like? We have blue, very nice. We have red.
What color would you like?
No.
Green, like Blubbo and Blubby?
No, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I think you're more of a fashion person than I am. Or maybe we just ask this girl.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think something earthy would do. Since you're the third, is it brown? Am I?
It's
No.
grey.
It's grey.
I think we should do it somewhere else. This guy's clearly colorblind.
But I
We
still
have some
think
blue and
something.
it's like bright lime green.
I still think something earthy, so maybe a light brown.
Maybe with a bit of green detail.
Of course, we can do this.
Alright.
Then would you need full suit? 2 pieces? 3
Yeah.
pieces?
5 pieces. 10 pieces.
All the pieces.
All the pieces. Okay.
8 of 9.
Needs to be done within 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like 1.5, really.
Yeah. So it might be better to take something I already have.
But I could do it, but it would be some extra
How much?
How much extra?
for rush order. We pay 15 gold extra. So
What's
total
the-
of 45 gold.
Is that each or?
No total.
I could pay that.
I sort of pull out the pouch.
Of course, you will get the suit of the finest quality. And shoes.
We'll split it, I guess. I know we have paid you 50 gold at least.
I have 75,
75, yeah.
apparently.
Where the fuck did those come from?
So I guess I take like 22 gold from you and give 23 gold from myself.
Very well. What is the name of the order?
Yeah. Put in my name, Clement.
Okay. It will be ready. You needed it for tomorrow night or the day after?
The day after.
Zumo.
The day after.
I think it's tomorrow. The guy said in 2 nights, and it was last night.
I guess it'll be tomorrow night then.
I think this will be no problem. Just go fight tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Alright.
By the way, was everything shaking over here a little bit ago?
Yes, it was terrible. All the fabric came tumbling down.
No one got crushed.
No.
That's good.
Did you see someone get crushed?
Also, 4.
3.
Oh, c'est horrible.
See. Well, stay away from shelves, I guess.
I will do that if the shaking begins again.
So I guess they take our measurements.
They do. Thaddeus.
As we're like standing there in measurement. For this suit, do you really need hands and shoes?
Yeah, I think they'd like it better if we came with pants.
Alright, fine.
Thaddeus.
I'm sitting home and getting day drunk.
Hey, drunk.
Fighter of the
Just
night
waiting.
drunk,
Guess reading the letter a couple of more times.
champion of
Alright.
the drink.
Looking for hidden clues.
Yeah.
Delphine. Why can't I get this right today? Delphine, as this blue light dissipates, you find yourself feeling a cold breeze over yourself. As you look around, you see at least 8 people of different races, all holding a longbow towards you.
I dropped the crossbow. And, like, with the order identification, just.
A few moments pass, and the man to the side says, Delphine?
Yes. Do I know?
You know him very well. He's a very odd-looking fellow. Mutant-looking.
Tyler?
Friend.
Yeah. Tyler? Didn't know you were in the Citadel.
The Citadel, yes. And as you start looking around, you see it's almost like ancient Rome, these big white buildings with pillars everywhere. But as you look around and look up, you notice that the sun is not yellow anymore, it's blue.
Oh, so everything is kind of blue shades, or does it? Or how's the light?
No, the light seems to be spreading very well. All colors you see is the ones that you normally see.
It's like a sunless citadel.
So, I need to get to a library, or I need to get some help. Can you help me?
Wait, Commander! And as he screams that, a man that looks like a big wall in armor, shaved head, big silver armor, turns around and you can see on his chest is this big insignia of the order, this circle with the 3 claws in it. He turns around and walks towards you. Name?
Delphine Cyril, here.
Ah, you're here to see Cornelius.
He is Cornelius. I do not know. I asked for help and
good. He leans very close into you, like he's inspecting you very closely. And you can hear from one of the other places, and when someone screams "Commander," and when you look over, you see that there is another platform like this with people holding bows out. You there! He points towards the dwarf. Take her to Cornelius.
I go towards the dwarf.
The commander just gives you a nod and heads for the other one.
I look at Sider like, are you gonna join? I'll see you later. So weird.
Alright, lassie, we're going to Corny. Come along!
Follow along.
As you're moving away, you can also hear from the other circle the commander saying, "Oh, this is council member Troy. Come on, he's been here every day for the last 6 months. Just let him pass." And a big sigh. As you walk away amongst these pillars, he turns into the side and you come to this rather big door that seems to be made of one piece of jade with a big, beautiful, lavish handle with leaves on it. And with some effort, he manages to actually pull it open.
Need help?
Nah, I can take it. And he pulls it up. You can see sweat starting to come down his forehead. As he leads you in a 15 feet wide corridor with paintings on the sides. It's all of different races and people of different sexes and ages, all somewhere on their uniform or shield or something wearing the insignia of the order. And in between every painting is a lantern glowing with a dim light. You make your way to the end, and you come to this big double door made of stone.
Does it have handles?
It has handles.
I'm gonna help him with it.
He said, I lassie, I'm gonna leave you here. You see, you knock one shelf over, and Corny, he goes, please. So I'm gonna go. You go in. You'll be good, lass. Good. And he starts moving away. And now that you're standing here and he's moving away, you can see a big sign over the door saying library, and in a, what's that called in English?
Sign, post, thingy. Yeah.
Those signs within a word.
Plaque?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, it's like, yeah. You
Undertext?
see undertext. Yeah. Saying, do not touch the books without permission.
Keep to the right place. Take out all the papers again. I go in.
Yeah. You open the door, and as you look into your side, you see bookshelves and bookshelves, almost like they disappear into infinity. It doesn't really seem to be an end of bookshelves. Very, very high in ceiling, and before you is a gargantuan mosaic window of painted glass that seems to depict some sort of battle. All on one side is different warriors, all with the insignia somewhere on their armor as well, and on the other side you can see everything from demons to fallen angels, and they're going into for mid-clash. And as you lower your gaze and look forward, it's almost like an alchemical lab. You see tables filled with small bottles bubbling, and at the furthest in, almost under the window, is a bigger table. And you can see a man. What do you guess is a man at least? Because you see that he has his small donut hair. Like me if I had hair.
And Thad.
And Thaddeus. Yeah, so just look at Thaddeus' picture.
Yeah.
And he's standing at one of the bigger tables, just leaning over and seems to be doing something. He doesn't really notice you coming in.
I'm gonna walk a bit harder, so maybe here's my steps, and then put the papers on the table behind him.
As you come up to him and knock on the table, he turns his face towards you. You see probably the bluest, brightest eyes that you have ever seen. They are almost luminescent, and they are embedded in this face that is for some reason the whole face just makes you feel calm, at peace. Oh, and he speaks with a voice that could probably soothe a Tarrasque when it was his most pest. How may I help you, and who might you be?
I am Delphine. I have never been here, so you probably do not know me.
Welcome to Morelia.
Morelia.
Well, this is where the citadel is located. It's a long story. We can take that another time.
Of course. I have here I have ripped a page from the Almanac of Shadows, the 3rd edition. I'm missing the annotation at the bottom.
Oh!
I'm currently on my team and I were trying to find this.
You were the one that sent the letter.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Cornelius. I sent for you.
Glad to make your acquaintance.
And as he says that, he lets you go with his gaze and looks down on the table and points as he's actually holding a pen in his hand. Well, a quill. And he starts trying to say something, but no words come out. And when you look down on the table, you see that it's underneath, it's a map of Mertos, the world you are in. Well, not this world, but the real world. And there is a lot of red flags everywhere, and you can see envelopes and papers lying that you recognize as reports lying spread all around.
Quite a bit of activity.
Do you know what all these flags are?
I'm presuming it's evil fiends or beings, and they're being trackings or the activity of the Order?
These are reports of dead waking and walking in the last 2 weeks. And you can see that it's entirely spread all over.
Wow.
You just take a step back.
And we have had nothing to go on. Our numbers are dwindling as we are very thinly spread to protect against this. So when you said that you had something, since we have nothing except for our capability to fight.
Wait, so you don't have any information either on what you're dealing with?
Not really, but you said you had seen something and
Yes.
you had spoken with something?
Yes. Is there anyone who can probe minds so they can see my memories, perhaps, or to get a better account of what has happened? I'm happy to write everything down, of course, but maybe, for accuracy, if they could see through my eyes, they could recognize the creature better.
I think I might have the perfect item for that. And he starts moving towards one of the shelves. Thaddeus, are you still day drinking?
Yes.
Yes!
Whoa.
It's so fun.
As you're sitting there looking over at the pile of cotton candy, you can see how a small row of ants is making its way towards the cotton candy.
I douse them in drinks.
They had the party.
While sitting there, I try to meddle with some new magic, and I try to cast Speak with Dead.
Speak with dead.
Yes. I don't have the.
I need my book.
I can help.
You can speak with that as long as they possess all the bits needed to speak. So you might have a problem with lunch in this guy.
Might.
I'm not exactly sure where the head's chopped off. You might be missing like a.
It still must have a mouth. That's the only specified one.
All right. You cast a spell, and the eyes have been open all the time, and the tongue's been hanging out. But suddenly, the eyes start moving, and the tongue goes back in the mouth.
Well, hello.
I have a bit of trouble feeling my foot.
I pulled him up and turned him downwards.
That's
because-
your feet, I believe.
Yes. Because you don't have anything. Do you remember what happened?
Wait, you're the one I met at the road.
Yes.
I remember walking, and then there came a lot of guards. And no.
I'm sorry. Did you feel that you've gotten rest?
Rest?
Infinite rest?
No.
So you were just lingering here?
I
Well,
don't
that was
remember. I remember going up to the gates. Guards came. They had swords.
Usually do. I saw you, and I felt bad. Want a drink?
Oh yes, that would be. I'm quite parched.
And I just tilt him and try to.
Yeah, as you do, you tilt it, and he tries to drink, but it just goes out of the.
I laugh.
There you go. That was good.
You got the taste at least. I felt bad when I saw your spots. I mean,
Infinite drink.
I had an idea, madman's idea it seems, to try to revitalize you.
Well, it seems that you managed to do something.
This is just for sure.
Oh,
Do you want me to bury you?
well, burn would be better.
Why?
Family tradition.
Very well, any special cause?
No.
Very well. You don't want to come back permanently? Keep me company while I'm drinking? Drink with me, maybe?
You can do that.
I'm trying to look for possibilities.
Well, if I had the rest of my body, sure.
Oh, that I can't fix. You know, guards.
Oh yes, if you managed to get my head.
It wasn't a
Sewing
spike.
kit.
Hence why I thought that you deserved something better.
Ha. Well,
The choice is yours, literally.
well,
Burn.
without a body, I'd prefer to move on.
Oh well. It was nice knowing you. Sorry for your rest. I give him some more drink.
It spills out on the floor.
I drink.
So, when does this end?
And I just end it.
Find a brazier somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have. We don't have an open fireplace, right?
You do, but as soon as you try to end it, he goes like, "So when does it end?"
I tried to end it.
You
Tried to end it.
could you
There's
try
no
again?
try. There's only do.
I instead cast Identify on it.
Identify.
Yes.
What kind of spell is Speak with Dead? Necromancy?
Yes. I do think so. Yes.
Yes. You feel an extremely strong aura of necromantic energy coming from it.
As I stopped concentrating on the previous one, is he still there?
Yep. He's looking at you, following you.
Something seems to have gone amiss. Put him down. I just keep drinking.
Could you my nose on the right side? Ah, thank you.
You want to blow it too?
Doesn't even have a nose. Cover. We should get this guy a straw, and you can just
But
infinite drink himself.
I just converse with him and drink, like, since I'm drunk.
Yes. Algernon, Jacob,
See?
are you doing anything? Azuzi? No wee wee?
I don't know.
Want to do anything?
Well, what sort of party is this? I don't think I've ever been to one.
Dinner party, I guess.
So we just eat.
There might be some mingling. I don't really know what they have planned.
What's mingling?
You're like talk to people you don't know yet.
Oh. Sure, alright. So just eat and talk?
Yeah. I mean, well, they did invite us over because we saved a bunch of people, right? So they might have some sort of special reward for us, perhaps.
Maybe we get like a medal.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright. I just want to make sure I'm prepared.
Alright.
That's good.
Are you going back home?
I don't know. Kind of feel like we should try to find Thaddeus.
Well, he's probably there.
Or
Either that or at
Thaddeus.
yeah, he could be. Yeah, that or maybe he's still at the company place.
Maybe. I don't know. It's, you know, sort of a person-ish
I guess.
outside.
But I'll go check the company headquarters.
Alright.
If you want, you can check out Betty's.
I'll head home and or I'll check Thaddeus from like the way or something. Well, so you'll come home sad then?
Yeah.
Or, sure. Alright. See you in a bit.
Before we return to Morelia and the Citadel, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. So we will be back shortly.
Yes.
Been sitting here waving my pen all this time. Welcome back. We find Delphine in the Citadel in a place called Morelia, in a library with an elderly man who's just gone over to a shelf and brings out something that looks to be an earth globe, but it's only silver. He puts it on the table and he asks you to put your hands on it. He puts one of his hands on it as well, and you can feel yourself reliving the things that have happened to you. And he asks you to focus on the things you want him to see.
I think there's gonna be like a brief glimpse into our house, you know, with like or Thaddeus becoming a hedgehog, like some recent memories, just a tuning. Yeah, I go first to when we emerged from the Barley's house, and 3-4 zombies were appearing, and then we noticed the hooded cloak for the first time. So I think of that time, and then I think of the face which appeared behind Thaddeus in Barley's home. And I don't think I've seen it at the circus, but I also think I try to remember the moment when Jacob and Algernon were describing Madame Mysteria, her trance, and when she was speaking of the Master. So I try to go to that. And then Also the graveyard and all the people, but I assume he knows of, and the earthquakes. So.
Alright. As you do this, for a moment, it's almost like you get a flashback of your own. You see yourself, and as you look at your hands, you see, well, man's hands, human hands, and you're surrounded by these dark, decrepit monsters that seem to be floating forward. And when you speak, you hear the voice of the man standing in front of you, and you only hear, "Be gone, foul creatures!" as he takes something and just smacks him in the ground, and this big explosion.
And I'm still holding the...
You're still holding the orb, and with that, as the explosion goes out, he just lets go of the orb. Okay, well, I think I have what I need.
What? I was you? What foul creatures? What happened?
We can speak of that another time. We have things to attend to. We've all thought things that were not of this world. Well, most of us.
So do you know what it is?
I have to check a book.
Can I join?
Of course, of course. And he starts moving down the shelves, and he pulls out a big tome, and he starts shoveling through, and you, as it opens up, you see this depiction of the masked figure with the cloak. But it's not like in your book where it's just a little bit of information and a missing side note. This is a full page, ancient Bible, small text. He goes, this is a messenger of Anti, the god of undead. Well, undead, to be more precise. And from what you described, this seems to be a powerful, what we already guessed, a necromancer.
But you said a messenger of that god. Would that god have any involvement in this?
It is very possible that he is, but from what I know of religious sources, that he is not allowed by the other gods to meddle. Because if he were to meddle as he wished, the world would come to a swift end. But it would explain the dead walking everywhere.
It's too large scale. We thought it was following us only. But if it's all over the world, and it can't be related only to us. It has to be like an epidemic.
No, but the question is, why has it spoken to you and no one else? We have managed to kill hordes and the several witches as well. And you mentioned, was it Bashatal?
Yes.
Or not mentioned, but I saw it in your vision.
Yes, that is correct. I think maybe he spoke to us because we interacted with his servant, with the hag that we've incinerated. So maybe it was a preferred servant?
One can only guess to what happened, why he would do this. But as it says here, Bashatal is the prime temple for Antir. He was once a god of rivers and lakes before he was killed and resurrected by other gods, where something went
Wrong.
very wrong.
Okay, so he's like a servant to Antir.
Yes.
In ways. And then, but if there's a restriction on Antir, I doubt there's one on Bashatal. So maybe he's using him to still accomplish his goals.
Bashatal is a place, a temple.
Oh, it's a temple, right?
Yes. And it says here that it is located in Cavello.
Is there a map that I...
We could use the one on the table.
Is it far from Jotunfrost?
Cavello?
Yeah.
I do not know. I would have to do some research because I do not really know where Cavello is. It's nothing that I've heard before.
This is scary news. I'm gonna try to note everything down. Okay, so perhaps you can send the team in Trell. That's where we first encountered the hag. Maybe they can inspect and see something we've missed. We have destroyed the hideouts of the hag, but
We have teams in villages close to Trell, but they are dealing with the undeads there. But I will send messages, of course.
all right. Oh, can I read the book?
Yes, of course.
I'm just gonna do that and try to skip as much as possible. Cave Ella, was it?
K apostrophe Bell.
I'm gonna read. I'm gonna sit down. Oh, before I touch the book, I ask for permission to touch the book. 'Cause
You are permitted to touch the book. Just don't make dog ears. There is a lot of description how to praise Antir, both before and after he was turned into this god of undead. Before it was more or less just offerings to the river and lakes in the form of carved out stones. Now that he has become the god of undead, the most usual sacrifice is things that you have killed yourself. You read the same that Bashatal is a temple crafted in all its glory to Antir, and it is located in Cavello. I would never give that back. Because I like those die.
Okay, is there any specific mention of the scald hooded creature?
Yeah, as you come to the last rules of it, worshipper of Antir and a very strong necromancer can use their soul and essence of what they are to send themselves forward as a messenger of Antir and take their form. And take this form.
Okay, so most likely an extremely powerful necromancers all over the place. I look at Cornelius because these events, they happen at great distances, and I presume that the necromancer has a limited range of
Depending on how powerful he is, this could be, if he can send himself forward like this, one necromancer could easily, not easily, I'm not going to say easily, accomplish this.
And I must talk to my friends as soon as possible. Do you have anything on magical earthquakes?
I think so. No. Magical earthquake could be... It would not fit in one book. It would be a lot of information. As you're standing there looking at the map with all the flags, they seem to be in random order, but if you...
I'd like to make a copy of it on a piece of paper, a crude copy, so I can also write down all the flags.
Alright. But as you do, you more or less get a symbol that Cornelius seems to have completely missed, that it goes like that. And in its center is Jotunfrost.
They all converge in Jotunfrost. They're like tentacles.
This is true, I've not... And he starts putting out some small...
Lines.
Yeah, lines.
Oh.
Then perhaps perhaps what we seek or what is causing this isn't Jotun cause.
All the more reason to head back there as soon as possible. Is there any way in which I could reach you in case things get really pear-shaped, so you can send someone to do the fighting?
Send
if
a
we
letter,
no longer can.
and they reach me fast.
Alright. I would like to return, please.
Yes. I will call for someone. He goes up to one of the shelves and pulls a small cord, and you can hear a bell going off. And in comes sorry.
Yeah.
In comes an elven woman, dressed all in white as well.
Can you please help me reach Jotunfrost?
Of course, we will go back to the circles.
I start walking ahead of her. Just time is of the essence. Power walking.
You come back to the circles, and you can see that there are some blue flashes going up in one of the circles as they're drawing their bows once again, and the commander is going forth, but you can't really hear what they say. And when you come up to the circle that you came here on, the elven woman just leans in and says to one of the men standing there, she needs to go back to Jotunfrost. And they quickly erase one of the rooms in free-lying stone. All others are etched in stone, but this one is
The destination room. Oh, I go.
destination.
Is it a little like pyramid with the sun above it?
How did you know? Yes.
Good.
And there's two men sitting next to you. You go on, and they draw some symbol. But you don't know who that is.
Two men sitting next to it?
Yeah.
No.
That's a symbol when Daniel Jackson draws it.
Oh, okay.
For shame.
But I mean, the point of origin. Point of origin doesn't have any dudes in it.
No, that's true. He draws the symbol. Once again, trying to hide it from you. And
I'd like. Is it easy to see it though, or?
he's just covering it. He's just covering it with his hand, so you could try to perception.
I will look, but not like without being inconspicuously.
Okay, give me a perception with the disadvantage.
Yeah. This is the worst.
But you wouldn't have gotten that if you didn't have
Yeah,
disadvantage.
it's true. So it is a 12.
A 12. Just when you try to look over, you think you start to see some of what he is drawing, but the blue flash as you find yourself in the cave below Geratralis.
Is he there?
No. The lights are still shining, but there's no one there. You see the small cavern, and before you is a small ladder building.
I'm going to go up the ladder and then knock in the hatch, then go 2 steps back. So, to give him time to come in.
As you knock on the hatch, a little moment goes before you hear the voice of a very young girl. Who is it?
Delphine, I have returned.
Just seconds pass and you hear Geratralis voicing, "Oh, okay." And he starts, you hear tables moving and the carpet goes away and the hatch opens and you see this blue figure with a red and golden eye standing there.
Thank you very much for all of your help. I have to run, but it will not be forgotten.
Did everything go well?
Not really. I have
Well, as in, did you get what you needed?
No, I just... Well, please be very careful because I think there's something really bad heading towards the town. So, I did get some information, and the information is very dire and scary, so you could say it didn't go great. I have to run now, but thank you very much. And if you need anything, and I scribble my address, you can reach me here.
Oh, I know.
I head up.
Be well. You hit it. You can see the sun has started to set. What are my fellow players doing?
I was headed to the Curve Corporation.
The Curve Corporation, please. You arrive and you can see that they, where the crushed bodies were, they have now put forth in the coffins and started, or they have probably put them in because there's no bodies to see.
Right. Does the place seem to be operational?
Yeah.
How's it going?
The lobby is quite empty. There's only the receptionist at the big stone desk.
Where's everyone else?
Oh well, they seem to have gotten a bit scared from the shakes.
Huh.
You're the first one to enter since, well, except for the ones to take the corpses.
Well, I was kind of looking for someone, so that sucks.
Oh. Anyone I could help you find?
Yeah, I guess. I think it was in team number 3, Dwarf.
Oh, Ralph. Well, either he's home, or he's out in some pub he likes to drink, but...
Do you know anywhere in particular he likes to go?
Well, the Drunken Urn is a pub he usually likes to
Alright,
hang on.
I'll check it out. Thanks.
And if you don't find him, he lives in more or less the same accommodations that you do, but in A2.
Alright.
He's got a wing of his own. Thaddeus, are you still...
Yeah. Trying to converse with that.
Alright. Algernon, you were heading home?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, you come in, you see Algernon... No. You see yourself sitting in the chair. You see Thaddeus sitting in the chair.
And the house went up in flame. Was it good? I asked that.
Oh yes, excellent, of course. Very good.
Algernon!
Claps with its eyes.
Why is the head speaking?
No.
Spell.
Why is the head spelling?
Who's that?
I turn him... magic.
Oh. Try it loud.
Try. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I think
Hi, Ed.
Hi.
you recognize him, yeah?
Yeah, he's the one from the road. When you put it down. One who was like split up.
I thought he deserves a better accommodation.
Right. Just Ed.
Yeah.
Right. Just gonna go over here.
You don't like it?
Oh really?
But he's nice.
He's also undead. And
He was undead, now he is dead.
yeah, but still a talking dead one. And well, they've sort of been the walking dead ones, not been good. I guess this one's not walking. So.
Quite hard.
Really,
I wish I could.
I mean, can't you just go get his sledges?
And I can ask the guards, but I don't think they would appreciate it.
I mean, can't you just take it down like you did with this?
Did we
Head?
see the...
Yeah, there were legs and
The entire body was
torso as well.
Oh! So it wasn't... his head
They were
wasn't...
all on different spikes.
Now people just come in there and there's like, oh, okay, this is creepy. Someone put a bunch of arms and legs on spikes.
You wanna go and get him with me?
Oh really?
You have anything better to do?
Nope. It's just... Are we allowed to?
We can ask.
I guess it's his stuff, so I mean, is it okay if we take your lips?
Yes, of course.
Yes, that counts. Alright, let's do it. Still not really trusting him though, but you sure?
He can't do much.
Right, but we will go get his legs, and his arms, and his body. And...
I mean, he was nice. And he didn't want to kill anybody, but got killed anyway. He didn't even know he was dead.
Right.
You want to come with us?
Of course.
He
Gotta
can,
be quiet though.
he can help us
That's
make
no
sure we get
problem.
the right legs.
Hang on, I take the burlap sack, make 2 holes where his eyes would be, and I put him down. Can you see?
He's like, a little bit to the left.
Perfect,
Yeah, now I can see. It's,
and I tie him to my belt. Let's go on an adventure.
Right.
Alright, you start heading out to the main gates to Jotunfrost
Should we take,
with a head.
take the
in
way
it.
past the corporation?
Is it on the way?
It would be a little bit of a detour, but
Sure.
it's not that much of a detour. It's not the opposite way. It's just making a crescent.
Sure. I whispered. I just don't know. This spell would it's not permanent, but it seems permanent.
Don't
Yes,
know
it does.
anything about magic.
I take it right.
Yes, you said it was just gonna last a moment, and then
Like maximum of 10 minutes, and 10 minutes has passed,
it's been
right?
several hours or days.
Now, don't be rude.
You try having a perception of time when you're only ahead.
I mean, you've still got eyes, right? You can still see sun going up and down.
That is true.
I just don't know what's happening.
Maybe we should speak to someone about it?
I tried, but all I got was shrink.
What?
Mental doctor.
Right.
Do I seem crazy to you?
Everything's a bit crazy to me. But I mean, you don't seem particularly crazier than anyone else.
That's like the nicest thing someone has said to me. I started like one
It's sad.
teardrop. Well, that I remember at least.
Right. But anyway, yeah. Oh no.
What do you want to do at the corporation, by the way?
Oh no, it's just Jack was gonna go there to look for you and then come back, so I just thought we should go that way so we run into him. Because otherwise he might come home and think we're somewhere else or something happened or that.
Should have left him home.
Yeah, probably.
Not
Doesn't
so
really
good.
work for me though.
I mean, can't you draw like Delphine did to you?
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, like oh yeah. Here's Delphine left you a letter.
Alright, yeah, you sort of have to tell us. Which
Okay.
makes no sense, but okay.
Heads, arrow.
She's shooting footsteps and then shooting an arm.
Is that a sun?
I don't know,
And that's a moon.
apparently.
So 2
I thought that was
suns.
just the back of the sun.
It's a bit different.
Oh, wait.
Alright, as you have this discussion on your way to the Carrot Corporation, where is Jacob going?
I'm going to the something.
The Drunken Urn?
Something dark.
You know this, most people know this. It's if you take a dive bar and put a dive bar in it, and then you make it a bit worse, this is the Drunken Urn.
A dive bar?
Isn't that a bad?
Yeah,
No, wait, that's.
yeah.
Wait.
It's a dive.
It's a dive bar. It's
like a really
bad bar.
yeah.
Like this,
Like where
this
divers
layer
would
of
go.
Yeah, right.
this layer of filth on the bottom of the floor. And as you come there and open the door, you hear the clear sound of the dwarf just ending a song. And down goes the ring. and you can see that he's standing bare-chested on the bar with a flagon in his hand, just sculpting down.
Are there like people around him? Like,
There's two other people, but none of them seem really interested in what he's doing.
Alright. I buy a drink and I like sit down at the table and I try to like wave him over.
You start singing again. You start dancing on the bar.
I just sit by the bar then and wait for an opportunity to speak to Ralph.
Alright. He sings another song and then he gulps down his drink. Then he spots you. Hey, I know you!
Yeah, Ralph, was it?
Aye. And you were?
Jacob.
And he jumps down the bar. Just, well, jump is a fancy word for just walking out from the bar ledge and landing on his feet.
Your tankard seems empty. Let me fix that.
Ah, you're a good lad, aren't you?
I don't know how much money you spend, but,
So, I've never seen you here.
no, I came here looking for you, actually.
Aye.
Although I would say it's a quaint place.
Aye. There's not a lot of people. I get your drinks fast.
Yeah. Well,
I don't mind some singing, do you, lads and lasses? No?
This guy bars.
I've been wondering about the leader of your team.
Aye, he's a right bit quick.
He is, isn't he?
Aye.
How much of his boisterous tales are true?
Aye. If you take about half, and then half again.
So
I mean,
that's a fourth.
You can see that he's going with his fingers. I mean, it's really weird that he loves the job. Like, he doesn't want to get his armor.
So what happened with the dragon?
In truth, and don't tell this stuff. The dragon, it actually was asleep when we came. So we sedated it.
Oh, but that would be the best way to do it, I guess. So, you remember how he said, how he offered me a place in his team?
Aye.
That was some kind of joke, I'm assuming.
I don't think so.
Really?
No. He seemed to like you.
I wonder why.
Well, you hear some stories, and, well, you seem like a good lad. Not like that, you know.
The moss?
No. Aye, he seems like a good one. Aye. Brings good. Aye. No, female. I mean, I don't have anything against them myself.
Yeah.
Sure, they're slavers and...
Well, she has been a bit quick to action sometimes, but she's been doing a good job, I think.
Aye, well. There's always someone who's different from the kind.
Yeah, you're the only dwarf in your team, aren't you?
Aye.
Say, what about that wizard? Doesn't say much, does it?
Nah. That's because he's a right up twat.
Alright. I just sit and talk a little bit more, I guess, and then eventually leave.
Alright. Algernon and Thaddeus, you come up to the chair of the corporation.
When you sort of look inside.
When you look inside, it's completely empty except for the receptionist standing at the behind the desk.
He's not here. I guess we missed him.
Have you seen Jack?
Mr. Clement?
Yeah.
Oh yes, he went either to Ralph's place or to the Drunken Urn Inn.
Ralph?
I would have go to see Ralph.
Who's Ralph?
It's the dwarf. The one who liked the sponge sugar. That I was talking
From Team 3?
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
Why do you... What was the name of the...
The Drunken Urn Inn, and you've heard about this place. This is...
Not even a special drink that only they have.
It might be the muggy water they get from the drain pipes on the back, but... Nah.
Go look for him there.
I don't know. Is it far out of the way?
It would be the other opposite side from the gate.
After them.
Yeah,
He'll come home eventually.
probably.
It's like a cat.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's like,
Thank you.
have a nice day.
You
Night.
too. Anybody from the corporation heard from the earthquake, by the way?
Not except for the ones outside.
Granny Whiskers, is she okay?
Oh yes, Granny Iron Whiskers is very much okay. She's a hard one.
Used quite many lives.
Oops, not calling whiskers.
I think she's got many left.
I'm not sure.
I would say. Verbal. And we head to the spikes.
As you head up to the spikes, when you come out, you see them. They are still spiked up. The spike where the head was is still there, but now they are standing a guard just by it.
Right. Shh. Let me do the thing. I go up and I make a fake, like, sobbing cry. Excuse me, excuse me, sirs.
As you come up, he goes from standing kind of limp and lazy to, oh, yes!
Sorry to disturb you, but I just got the news that my eldest son has been chopped off his head and chopped into pieces and spiked up.
Give me a deception check.
While he's walked up to this guy talking, I wanna walk around behind to the spikes.
First one on this game.
Alright. Do you want to do it stealthily or?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a stealth.
Oh no.
I don't know what he's doing.
22.
Okay, that's good. You walk around, he doesn't even seem to have noticed that you are with Thaddeus at the moment.
How high are the spikes?
But imagine up to my...
I start taking the body pieces off and tossing them in the sack.
You see Algernon doing this because the guard is looking at you, and you see over his shoulder and to his sides. He's just pulling these cadaver parts. And the man goes like, oh, but I'm so sorry, that's horrible. But what does this have to do with...
I have no idea what happened. I just got the news from a passing by neighbor. I just feel that he deserves a proper burial, as our family tradition allows.
Well, I believe you want to do this. Of course you can bury your son. No one would stop you from doing that.
But you're standing here.
I'm sorry?
Like, the pieces you're guarding, it's him.
Oh!
He's been gone for over a year. Didn't have any news of him. Just a raven came a couple of days past that he was on his way back.
But I would have to speak with my lieutenant to see if I could let you take the...
I just want to bury my son!
Am I done?
Please!
What?
Am I done?
Yeah, you've taken all the body parts, all the legs and arms, but you're still trying to fit the torso in the... but I'm sure we could, and he starts turning around.
But please! I don't have much money, and my family is not high regarded. I just beg of you, fine, noble, honorable sir, please. Just let me bury my son. Tell them thieves took it. Tell them animals ate
You're
it.
done.
when I'm done, I sort of sneak back and then I go up and I say, "Oh, it's all right, Dad."
Oh my God, you're alive!
I'm fine. There's someone else.
The man looks really shocked as he turns around and the pieces of the body is gone, and he's like, his chin is down to here, and he's like, what?
Oh, we can go home, Dad. We should go home tonight.
Oh my God, my dear son! I take him up in my arms. Thank you. I don't know what you did, but thank you.
I
told you to yourself.
Yo.
Son is now mouse.
You're welcome.
And I just turn around like, hey, crying with joy, yay, woo! Take you up on my shoulder. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. That guard is gonna drink himself to sleep tonight.
Yes! Win!
Yeah, you've got a new drinking buddy.
Exactly.
Both of you, like, inspiration. That was good.
Oh God.
You cry all the way home.
You know, as soon as we come around the corner, I'm like, magnificent work.
Thank you.
Did my tears look believable?
Yeah, really. Good ones.
I want to inside check that, but I won't. Because I want to believe.
I thought that was the plan, though. You said you were gonna talk, right?
I mean, it was a great plan. Not that I actually had that detail, but it was a plan. It worked.
Yeah. So do we go? Do we go back and sort of try to put them together?
Why not?
I know a little bit about it. Just yeah.
Can you sew?
Jacob taught me. I can sew up wounds. Yeah.
Oh. What do you say about that, buddy?
Sounds good.
Did
Could you twist my head? It's tilted a bit, so my nose is sticking out.
I'm like, sure.
Ah,
And I sound believable?
very much so, yes.
So we go back home.
Yeah.
And I guess I use my healer's kit.
Okay, you go back home, you come in with.
Okay.
You're sitting talking with the dwarf still. He's currently telling you about one of their adventures where they took care of a night hag terrorizing a town. And he seems really proud because, well, from his...
Sounds like a nightmare.
He laughs a bit too much. But still, it seemed genuinely, but he thought it was extremely funny. Yeah, more than that.
And he coughs.
Of course, he makes it seem that he did most of the work. He had a bit of help from the wizard, but the paladin was utterly useless.
Does it seem like he's trying to embellish the story in his own favor? Or does it seem like he's telling these stories the way they happen?
It seemed like he's telling the story that the way they happen, but maybe he's making himself a bit more grandiose.
Alright.
Not so that he's like the paladin, but just a little bit better.
Alright.
Delphine,
I'm running home.
you're running home. As you come outside your house, heading for the door,
Sorry.
God damn it.
Algernon and Thaddeus on the roll.
Wow, what's up with you
I
two?
don't know. Now it's gonna go roll.
It's all the names.
Yes. As you're coming down the street to your house, you see Delphine coming running from the other end and running towards the house.
Do we tell her about
Let her
feeling?
tell her first.
Mom I just have a feeling she's not gonna be too keen on.
Probably not, but let's.
So what's going on?
How close am I to them?
Close enough to hear that voice at least.
What?
Oh, what's going on? What do you think of my impression?
It's a great impression. There's no time for that. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. And I run inside the house. Do we have a table? Because I want to like take everything off the table.
We're outside.
Yeah, you have a small table.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna have to be a bit quiet, okay?
Okay,
Or we'll put you back together. I think.
I'll be quiet.
And like I hit him a bit on the nose, like shh.
Come,
No, I
come.
don't hit him.
As you do that.
It's like whatever I found is not good at all.
That's a nice painting.
It's the map that it looks worse in real life. It's like the map of Myrthos with all the flags.
Wow, he has done much job with that map. How can you be so disrespectful?
Oh, that's a really cool map.
Okay, so it's this. Imagine it's this like crudely, and I straighten it on the table. And it's like,
I put a head in one corner.
you know how we thought that.
It's nice how you carry that little piece with you that is broken off and you put that there.
It's
This one goes there.
It's important. We don't know.
Oh no, wait, it's the poles and
Yeah.
ice. I'm stupid.
So, never mind. So, I thought that whatever we were facing is limited to Trell or maybe Jotunfrost. It seems like this is happening in the entire world, and the epicenter, like the most that's happening, is here.
We're talking like earthquakes or?
Dead Rising.
Oh,
It only happened once, right?
No, it's
I mean here.
once here and once in Trell, and then when we were at the circus, but it seems it's everywhere. So,
We should be able to get a lot of money for this.
so this is kind of
No,
good
that's not how I meant.
This is good news, right? Because it means it's not us being haunted. It's just the entire
No.
world.
but we're the only ones who communicated with it, it seems. So, I don't know
Are we
if
sure
it's
that
good
it's
news.
a floating head that's behind it?
It would seem so. It would seem it's a very powerful necromancer, but there might be something behind that as well. We need to wait for Jacob to come.
So, floating head's really bad.
Floating head extremely bad. End of world bad.
What about a head that's not floating?
Okay, we had some news.
I just
And I unravel the bag.
And he
Smells.
tries to look at someone like, can I speak?
Like, yes, it's okay.
Good evening.
I took him down as I
what?
felt
The?
I felt deep remorse that he
I've got
was
the rest
killed.
of him here.
They smell so bad, you
Don't look
guys.
my arm!
I
Stop killing
just
yourself.
I just I just tried to speak with him. I've managed this new kind of magic, right? And I just wanted to speak with
Right.
him, see what he actually wanted to end it. Like this was not
As one would do.
right. But it seems that it's stuck.
I think there's something that's changed which empowers this magic. If there's dead rising everywhere in the world, and what you did was not rise him, but
I spoke to him.
yes, but you still brought him back, so this kind of magic is much more potent.
Ooh. Interesting.
Now reroll necromancer.
So, why,
No, so what?
so, wait, so there's body parts here, there's,
While
sorry,
this is going on, I want to roll up her map and sort of just lay everything out on the table.
the corpse parts?
Yeah.
So, what, are you gonna stitch him?
I
That
don't
was
know.
the plan. I mean, now
Let's
that
get
it's
better.
permanent, I mean, just
rude
being
not to give him
ahead.
his body back.
Yeah, I think so too. I take a big gulp from a bottle.
I would like a glass of that.
I give you
I
an open
would,
bottle.
I would.
I just pour some in his. I
And
give
sort
you
of
an
show
entire
him
bottle.
his arms and like which one on which side.
It's hard to me to put that one on
Maybe
the left
Jacob
side and
can
that
help
one on the right
when
side.
The tongue goes towards the body.
I'm gonna
That's a
wait
good
for
fucking
him
advice.
in the street a little bit. I just need to not be here
But
a little bit.
what?
What's this little?
I
thing?
thought
No, put it down.
it's just
It was on a separate spike.
Just to
it
prove
was,
a
it was
point.
just like a barbecue spit on the side.
No,
It's
no.
grilled already. No. I mean, okay, Delphine. You trust me?
Are you asking me this while you took out a head out of a bag?
Do you
In that
trust me?
context? I don't not trust you.
Go to the bodega, okay? I'll get you when we're done.
Yeah.
This might work, this might not. And then we have a talking head that keeps me company when I'm drinking by myself.
No, I'll be in the garden. And
Don't touch my flowers. The strawberry is ripe though, so eat if you want.
I'll take my map from under.
You're stitching.
Yeah, start stitching.
I came back to a corpse on the table. You guys.
Well, it wasn't on the table when you arrived.
Yeah, you're the one who cleared the table for us.
Yeah,
I'm on the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for you to please come home.
Yeah, we too. I mean,
At this point, I'd probably have said my farewells.
Alright. Alright, Algernon,
Yes.
give me one medicine check to start with.
can I assist him? I mean, I want to assist him.
You want to hold the armor in place?
Yeah.
Can you give me advantage? I think
Yeah.
this is his question. Yeah. Medicine. 14.
14, okay.
14.
The right arm seems to be, well, it seems to be good stitched.
Alright.
I
Then we're
start.
going to the left arm.
I start singing. Little Algernon sewing the pieces.
12.
I want to inspire him though,
Oh, okay.
so you get another.
D8, right?
So you have to make
Can I borrow one?
an unrelated song.
Borrow a D8 for someone? So many D8s, I can not count what. Well,
Wow.
just one more, so 13.
Yeah. Shouldn't use my attack.
No. Sure.
13, yep, you managed to...
I keep on
Doesn't
singing.
look as good as the other arm, but the other arm is there.
Ooh, this one's good.
Right leg's connected to the.
Do we,
19, yeah.
Do we use this on all of them?
Yeah.
Alright.
Right leg.
Actually,
I mean,
it's a 25.
Alright,
Oh my God.
that was my last one, but it's okay.
Okay.
The left leg will go.
Oh my
Last
God.
leg.
Backwards.
It feels like it's on good. I mean, it's
Alright.
there.
Now we just have to connect the head.
At this point, do I walk through the door?
Yeah, you come into the door
No, I
just
stop
at
you,
this
like-
moment
No,
when
no.
they're matching up the head.
I
to
open
The
the
doors,
door.
yeah. Just
I
don't.
see them. I see her.
Yeah.
I see the body.
He uses
I close the door now.
inspiration.
No, she's in the garden.
Yeah, I'm in the garden. That's
Alright,
okay.
shit.
Take
I
my
pass
inspiration
about-
too.
Well, these.
That's it.
Oh my God.
13.
Oh no.
13. Well, it
So,
looks a bit crooked, but
remember
it's on.
The person we found who wasn't attacked.
Totally
the
worth it
one
though.
Dad took the head from the spike, and then they decided to reunite it with the body because apparently the head is now animated. Wait. And it won't stop being animated. And in the meantime, there's this like evil vortex heading towards Jotunfrost. No one has any idea what it is. No one has faced it before. It's only speaking to us. And the dead are coming back to life everywhere.
And at that moment you hear, "It's alive!"
Starts.
So,
Indeed, sir.
did you have a good day?
Yeah.
The actual normal day.
Good. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I don't think I want any part in this, so I'll be in the park.
Yeah,
Wanna
I
go?
understand. Yeah. I don't want to.
What's his name?
Oh my God.
Okay, you head over to the park. You're stitching. You've managed to stitch up the head. It's a little bit crooked, but it's on place. He's looking at you.
Can you feel your leg?
Am I moving my foot? No.
Is he? No.
Oh.
I'm like, alright.
What if you cast it magic again?
I tried to cast.
Speak with that.
Speak with them again.
You cast it again, and he's trying. Like, am I moving it now? No.
Is anything moving?
Only heady part.
Can you try like moving something, not your foot? Like.
Okay, I'm moving my hand, and nothing happens.
Good news is you've got a body.
Bad news is
I'm
you
a
can't use
paraplegic.
it.
Are you sure this is your body?
Yeah, I'm sure.
He saw his arm, at least.
Right.
My friend,
Your one.
I'm sorry.
Well, it could have been worse.
Could. You could be dead.
Now I'm undead.
So, do you want to stay like this, or do you want to be just ahead?
I would prefer just being ahead in comparison to being with this
Pretty
rotting
pointless
part.
just having this thing.
So I have an idea.
You just slash.
Yeah, but no, I don't. I take the knife and I undo all the stitches.
It was good stitches.
Thank you.
When you do that, you're looking over and you see that you indeed fasten one of the legs on the wrong way around.
Could that
Not
have
the
been
wrong, but the foot is pointing down and the other foot is pointing.
it?
Oh, no, would that be enough to make all of it not work? His hand still didn't work, right?
No.
Besides, I only really connected the skin. All the bits inside. I don't know.
But we need Jack for that. Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know if he'd want to help, though, to be honest.
Why wouldn't he? He likes helping people.
Right, but this guy's dead.
Was dead.
Well, hardly living.
He was living a year ago.
I guess we can keep the things around and see if we can do anything.
So, what do you want us to call you?
I'm visualizing all this.
What about
Bob, the wobbly head.
entirely bodiless Bob?
Ebob.
E-Bob. Or Bobby.
That's gonna be really confusing for Bobby.
No, because we have.
Call me Carl.
God fucking damn it, Carl. Okay, Carl. Would you like us to burn your body as a ritual?
Hold on.
Just
I
burn
mean,
it.
we were gonna try with Jacob, right?
I mean,
let's give him a try first.
very well.
He's a lot better than me at
Do
this.
you want to saw the head again then?
Let's just see if he can do anything.
Alright.
Right? Let's just sort of just put all of this away for now.
But as half of our group is playing Dr. Frankenstein in all his glory, there is only a lightning rod missing. The rest of the party
That's we need to like it.
Yeah.
is going for a nice stroll in the park tonight. So we thank you for watching today. We'll see you next week. I would even say.
Toodles!